Hello friends, welcome back to the lecture series of Power Electronics by Electrotech CC. In this video we are going to discuss about diode rectifiers and control rectifiers with resistive load and inductive load. So let's get started. I am using PSIM simulation tool to simulate all the power electronics circuit. So let us take one new simulation file. First we will start with half wave rectifier with simple diode. So we need one AC power supply, then one diode, and we will start with resistive load. Okay, so I connect all these components. And use voltage props to check output and input and output waveforms. Let us change the wave supply voltage rating, then resistive load of 10 ohm. To simulate we need a simulation control. So let us add one simulation control. Simulation time will be of 0.5 second, and let's simulate. Let's check the output waveform. This is our input waveform and this one is output waveform. So as you all know that the supply is sinusoidal and the diode is work only in positive half cycle. In positive half cycle it is work as a closed switch in forward bias, and in a negative half cycle it work in a reverse bias, so it work as open circuit or open switch. So we get only positive half cycle in the resistive load. It will diode blocks in a reverse bias or in negative half cycle. Now let's remove the voltage props and we will design a controlled half wave rectifier. So I'll use a ACR as a switch and remaining components as it is. Okay, let's connect all the components. Let's change the ratings of power supply 12 volt and 50 hertz and check box to display all the ratings. Resistive load of 10 ohm, and check display buttons. Let's add one getting circuit block. Let's connect it and change the firing angle and frequency of get pulse. Let's use a conduction angle of 60 to 180 degree in positive half cycle, because ACR also work in only positive half cycle. It will block in negative half cycle, work as an open circuit. Let's add some input and output props to check the waveform of input and output. Let's add output waveform. So as you can see in the display, positive half cycle with 60 degree to 180 degree conduction period, the thyristor turn on, and remaining in negative half cycle it will block the input voltage. So it will turn on only for 60 degree to 180 degree, remaining time it will turn off. Okay, we are working in only positive half cycle. In negative half cycle it will block the reverse supply. If we change the firing angle from 150 to 180, then output voltage is very lower. So as you can see in the waveform, the output waveform from 150 degree to 180 degree. In negative half cycle it will block the input voltage. So output voltage in negative half cycle it will be 0. If I reduce the firing angle from 150 to 330 degree only, then we get higher output voltage than previous case. So now thyristor turn off from 0 to 30 degree in positive half cycle and turn on from 30 degree to 180 degree. In negative half cycle it will block the output voltage. So this is a basic simple thing. Let's remove these voltage props and let's start with inductive load circuit. So I will start with simple half wave diode rectifier and one inductor to make an inductive load, RL load. Okay, so let's add all these components and connect all the components. I have used one diode to make an half wave rectifier, one RL component to make it RL inductive load. Let's change the rating of input power supply, resistive load of 10 ohm and inductive load of 1 millihenry. Let's add one freewheeling diode. It is used to freewheel the energy stored in inductive load during positive half cycle. It will work in only negative half cycle. In positive half cycle, the second freewheeling diode is work as open circuit, and first one diode is working in positive half cycle. Let's add one simulation control and simulation time is 0.5 second. Let's check the output waveform. This is our input waveform of sinusoidal source and the output waveform. Let's add the output waveform. So as you can see the waveform, the positive half cycle remains as it is because we use an uncontrolled switch, and in negative half cycle the diode work as open circuit. We have used inductive load, so the current of the inductive load exponentially increasing and exponentially decreasing the output waveform. So let's add one ammeter to check the current, output current. Let's connect all these components. Okay, let's start again the simulation and add current waveform. In the current waveform there is a very small amount of current is flowing in negative half cycle. So if we increase the value of inductive load, then if I change the value from 1 millihenry to 10 millihenry and run it again, then the output waveform of current, output current will be changed. Now you can see the current is exponentially increasing and exponentially decreasing when negative half cycle is complete. The second freewheeling diode is working and work as a short circuit, so energy stored in the inductive load is released through freewheeling diode. If I change inductive load as 10 millihenry to 100 millihenry, then it will show us the continuous current in the output waveform. Okay, if I increase more inductive load, then it will increase the energy reduced time in the output waveform. So this is a basic simple half wave uncontrolled diode with inductive load. To change it in half wave uncontrolled rectifier to controlled rectifier, we need to add one control switch. So I'll use here one ACR, one thyristor, and use conduction angle of 90 degree to 180 degree. So it will give the output waveform from 90 degree to 180 degree in positive half cycle. In negative half cycle it remains closed, remains open circuit. So you can change the output current waveform. If I change the value of inductor, then the time for energy release is reduced. For higher value of inductor, the energy reduction time is higher. If I reduce more 10 times inductive load, then it will be affect the output current. If I change the conduction angle, then also the waveform of output current and output voltage is changed. So this is very simple. Now let us prepare for full wave controlled rectifier. So I'll use here one AC power supply. If we need a full wave rectifier, then we can use a center tap transformer. Two control switches are used to generate full wave controlled rectifier output voltage, and one center tap transformer with resistive load is shown in the diagram. Let us add one ground and output voltage probes to check the voltage, output voltage and output current. Let's connect all these components. Let's add one CAD triggering circuit to each of control switch and change all the ratings of switch and power supply. 12 volt 50 Hz single phase power supply is used to power a control rectifier. Let's use 10 ohm resistive load in full wave control rectifier. Use conduction angle of 60 degree to 180 degree, and second one in negative half cycle I'll use 240 degree to 360 degree in negative half cycle. And let's check the output waveforms. This is the last circuit waveforms, so I remove from the previous circuit. There is one floating, so let's connect the inductor. It's open circuit, so let's connect it and let's check the output waveform. So here is our output waveform, and it is in full wave with controlled rectifier. So it will work in positive half cycle from 60 degree to 180 degree, and in reverse in negative half cycle it will work from 240 degree to 360 degree. So let us change the value of conduction angle for both the switch. So it will change the average output voltage from certain value to reduce the average output voltage. Now let's add one inductor to make it an inductive load, and one ammeter to check the output current waveform in the series of RL load. Okay, we are ready. Let's add 10 millihenry of inductance. Let's run it. As you can see in the output voltage waveform, we didn't add one freewheeling diode, so it will give spikes in negative half cycle due to because we didn't add one freewheeling diode. So let's add one freewheeling diode to remove these spikes from the negative half cycle. Let's connect it to parallel with RL load, and you can see the output voltage waveform. The spikes are removed from the waveform, and the current is exponentially increased and exponentially decreased due to inductive load. So this is a simple full wave rectifier with inductive load. Remove all the voltage and current props. Let's connect the inductor which is floating, and now I would like to make a full wave control rectifier with inductive load. So let's get started. First start with a AC power supply, then I want to prepare a full wave rectifier, so I'll use 4 ACR 4 thyristor to make a bridge, and one RL load, one freewheeling diode to freewheel the energy which is stored in the inductive load in positive half cycle. Let's connect all these components. Let's add voltage props and current props to check the input and output current and voltage waveform. Let's change the power supply rating 12 volt and 50 hertz frequency. Then let's change the inductor to 10 millihenry and the resistive load of 10 ohm. Tick mark in display buttons. Let's add a gate triggering modules with each switch. Let's change the conduction angle and frequency of gate triggering circuit 50 hertz and conduction angle of 60 degree to 180 degree in positive half cycle. In negative half cycle I'll use 50 hertz and conduction angle of 240 degree to 360 degree in both these switches. we are ready to run the circuit. So let's start. Here is the input waveform, and second one, that is output voltage waveform, full wave control rectifier, and last one, that is current waveform for inductive load. So as you can see over here, due to inductive load, the current is exponentially increase and exponential decrease in positive and negative half cycle. So it's very simple. Thank you.